Hey, good morning everyone. This is a replay of my Midway. I had, I don't remember, it was late at night. It was the kind of game to make you really happy and really sad at the same time. You can see right here, I have the WoW's matchmaking monitor thing pulled up, and their CV, what's his name? Sakuya Izayoi, with his mean-ass AA division that I just stay away from this whole time, is pretty super unicum in his Midway. I was trying to brace my team to get wrecked, because while I am as good at dealing damage in a Midway as just about anybody, I'm not the best at fighter cover. You'll actually see, I mean, I'm not the worst at it either, but you'll see an abject lesson here for how not to start out the fighter engagement. So I send my fighters to B, obviously, because if you control the middle of the map, you control the map, basically. And it's a rather inauspicious start for our team. And me. But figure, what did I set up my Midway to go to here? Oh. Apparently I can move this around myself in replays. Alright. So I was gonna go try and get after his planes, but I messed up. So get locked into the fighters right there, not good. Go to strafe out, completely miss, and then completely miss again. Oh no, I lied. I got one plane, and here I am with two left here. Just absolute garbage in execution by me. Like, that is totally how not to do it. And also, while I'm watching this, I was potatoing and just letting my planes go. I actually thought I had already moved my torpedo bombers away, and got it set up, and apparently I didn't. But I figure I'm going to send them all down here, because if I fly over my ships here, even though I don't have fighters, he's absolutely not going to be flying his fighters into that. That is just disgusting. AA, Missouri, Baltimore, Montana, and Yamato's not good at AA, but it has AA. So here he comes in with his strike, and this is actually a really good way to do it, what he's doing here. If you send in your fighters also with him, because the Midway has so many damn fighters, and you really don't care about them that much, that with your really not good T8 planes, dive bombers, you can get more of them in that way. And here we are, taking battleship AP from this Yamato. That's always fun in an aircraft carrier. So we're gonna rotate away, drop some AP bombs on this Henry, and then he gets eaten. And then we're gonna go hit this Kerr first also. He likes torpedoes, so I've heard. But while my fighter engagement now started off good, my opening salvo is going to be pretty solid, especially on this dude right here. But the hit on the Henry, any heavy cruiser, like tier 10, tier 9, you can pretty much nail them with AP bombs, and it'll just shellac them. Yeah, so here we go with a 45k hit on that Kerr first, get damage control. That'll be good for our team. So we've got our fighters taken off again, and we are still detected, and that's going to be a running theme for a lot of this whole battle here, till I deal with the problem. But as you can see right now, our team's not looking too hot. Yeah, we killed the Henry, and the Kerr first is hurting, but they're capping A and C, and they're in B right now, and the Des Moines is just denying the whole area to me. I know that since he's in a division with an aircraft carrier, he's going to be full AA build, and that's just not something that you want to deal with. I don't care if it's a tier 10 CV or not. And here we are, getting shot again through right here, this little saddle. You can actually get your shells up over it. Not fun. Not fun at all. But here we got fighters coming in again to cover our ships. Oh look, more battleship AP. But I'm a Midway going away from him. Watch what this does to me. Nothing, because he missed. Alright, well, that was going to be an example of the Midway armored flight deck, which, at that range, I don't think his shells would actually done anything to me anyway. He would have just bounced them off. And here I am detected still, even though there's nobody actually around big that I can see. So I know there's a destroyer here, and I'm going to be sending stuff after him, but I don't really have anything to do that right now. And I'm not going to sacrifice my fighter from spotting this Benson over here for my team, or but I did start searching with this other one here, my squad 3, but I had no idea where this Yugamo was, and the enemy fighters were around, and here he goes again, coming in. And honestly, I kind of leave the air cover to my team. Like, there's 3 ships right there. They shouldn't have any problems covering it. And look, here we are, getting shot still. Always fun. Well, here we got dive bombers in the air. So, we got a Yugamo. So, right away, I say, shoot at this guy, because that's the last thing I want to deal with. On the bright side, my plane's flying over spotted those torpedoes, and I'd already spotted him, so I'm flying away. Oh, look, there's more incoming rounds. I'm pretty sure I fully torpedo beat this, actually. Or I might just outrun it. But, yeah. About as close as it gets to not getting hit in a midway. So, here we are, moving in. I don't know what happened to those planes. They must have flew too close to that Des Moines. But, he's going to get locked up by my fighters because I wasn't paying attention, because I had about 15 other things going on. And I had actually set these guys to just auto-drop because I thought I was going to die, quite honestly, to those torpedoes, and got lucky. But, whatever. So we go in on this Friedrich, and because I didn't manual drop, he's going to survive this with a couple thousand hit points, I think. Yeah. So I missed a whole bunch of those bombs. So that's never a good thing. And we've still got a Yugamo chasing us, which is even worse. And the really bad part about this is, not only am I getting chased and shot by an enemy DD, but I'm getting pushed farther and farther away, so my planes are going to take longer and longer to get into the fight. But this Yugamo commits to his turn, so you wait until he does that, and then you go in and drop. And he slows down and gets devastating strike. Goodbye, Yugamo. So we're 8 minutes in with 100,000 damage. For the rather inauspicious fighter start ahead, this game's turning out fairly well. So we've still got that fighter squad coming in, and you can see that I've already turned my ship to come away because I don't longer have a destroyer threat. I need to get back closer to the fight so that I can really support my team better. You can see their CV right here, like this Baltimore is probably going to get eaten. He'd already said at one point, I'm really glad I went with the Hydro instead of the defensive fire, and he's probably going to die right here. Yeah, so the enemy CV is very good. We've captured A at this point. We're working on C. There's only a Hindenburg here for now, but I figure that Hindenburg should have the Monarch handled, so I'm going to take off someone else who's shooting at him. I fly my planes and just to get those fighters and give them some AA cover so they have something else to pay attention to. But we get a good drop on this Friedrich, and he's dead. Like, there's no surviving that one. So we get the Monarch. He's about to go down. And that Bismarck's already down. We're all of a sudden looking a lot better at sea. There's still a Yamato coming, obviously. But this is a Cyclone, which a lot of people who don't know CV that well would probably be like, oh, Cyclone, like, that's gotta suck for trying to deal with. But it's really super beneficial because they can't see your planes coming until it's way too late. Unfortunately, we can't see what's going else on the map because of the replay functions working the way they do. But we've got torpedo bombers incoming, and I think we're going to go for this. I think I actually ended up going for the Benson, and I don't think it worked very well. I did force him off, I'm pretty sure, but it wasn't actually that useful. What I was really doing was just trying to support my Hindenburg here, though, because he's the only guy here against the whole, well, not the whole enemy team. It was a lot worse before that Monarch and that Friedrich got killed, but there's also a Yamato coming here. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, here we go. I think this is going to be a bad drop because he's going to turn away from it. Or no, he's just going to outrun it. Yeah, I could have done that much better. So that's a good lesson in how not to drop your torpedoes on an enemy ship. and I wasn't paying attention. Got my dive bombers in, but here we go. He just takes a giant hit from that Hindenburg. Hindenburg wrecked him, and then we come in and finish it off with bombs. I'm not paying attention, and my torpedo bombers are still there, but the Hindenburg, he's gonna eat this Benson alive. He's been spotted on the minimap for a long time by planes, so he knew he was there. And then, yeah, I flew away because I don't remember why I flew away. But you can see the enemy CV just got Wither and High Caliber right now, so that's not good for my team. The Benson's coming in on the Hindenburg, and he gets shellacked by a torpedo. So we've got planes coming in on this Yamato here, and I can actually be this close and not be spotted. That's the great thing about this, like, Cyclone. I can just get right up in there and just strike with impunity. So we get a 12k hit with the REP bombs on him, and we're just waiting for planes to take off. That's all we're doing, is trying to get as many strikes in the air as quickly as possible to take this guy out, because he's a huge threat right now. And our Chung Mu gets some good fire on that enemy Des Moines, and he actually goes down, and that's something we need, because that leaves me free to start flying farther down that way and get through B. So our Hindenburg's really slowed down, because obviously there's a Yamato coming, and that's not what he wants to deal with at 21,000 hit points when the other guy's at 66,000. So we keep spotting him for the Hindenburg so he knows where he's at, and I spotted that for myself too, so I knew where to go, because I'd actually slowed down on my midway because I thought he might come around this way. Well, obviously he's not, so I kept going this way. And I'm not exactly sure what this Yamato did, if he DC'd or what, or he was just waiting for the Hindenburg to come around and just wasn't playing smart. But our Hindenburg's just going to stop right here and be a big threat and not do anything and just let me just nuke this guy. So here we come in on the stationary Yamato. Always something good to like shoot your torpedoes at, because you can just nail him with all of them. Even though I don't, because I'm a potato. So we got dive bombers coming now. Here they are. And we're going to get, I believe, another good solid hit on him at 9.4k. AP bombs, I've learned, don't really work that well on a Yamato, which is unfortunate, but it's whatever. So I'm pretty sure this is actually going to be the killing blow, because he's got his damage con off. So yeah, so here we go. We get our high caliber now, and we're at 214k, and he's flooding, and he is done. So we've got this dive bomber left, and there's really no reason to go hit this Yamato with it, so I'm gonna go after somebody else. We're up to 4 kills now. For the bad start we had, we're getting pretty good damage here on the enemies, and here comes enemy fighters. Just gonna stay away from those. We've got 2 squadrons landing, and one taking off, and here we go. I finally let my team know that, hey, I'm actually fairly good at this whole midway thing too. Like, my damage is win rate, especially my win rate in this thing. Like, my damage might not always be up there, because I'll go for a DD instead of a battleship, which, and here, our enemy ship gets his, or enemy aircraft carrier gets his Kraken, but I find it a lot more beneficial to get the 20k damage on a destroyer instead of the 50k damage on, oh, here we go. Get a little quick strike on this midway. AP dive bombs actually do pretty good damage on a midway because of their armored flight deck. It's something I got to test finally, something I've been trying to figure out, and that's pretty solid damage. You got a 12k hit on him. So of course my planes are taking off in whatever order they want to, because that's always how it works. But that's actually going to work out hugely in our favor. Yeah, they're joking here about this must be the first CV game for their midway, because he's just running roughshod through their enemy team, which, to be fair, I'm doing the same thing to theirs. Obviously a midway can just, oh wait, we got fighter engagement going on down here. I got a couple in this strafe, but I don't know what just happened to my planes. I think the midway has defensive fire up, which really whacked my planes right there. But it's good that he popped defensive fire already, because you'll see why in a little bit. Because if you noticed, the way my torpedo bombers launched, they were staggered in their launch for like 2 squadrons, so it actually took them a while to get in the air. And our dive bombers are going in on this midway. He's going to be backing up. And I'm going to get the drop on a bunch of his fighters right here. And instant strafe right here is what I did, because I was watching that. And we get nothing with that because I suck. And then I don't remember what I did here actually. Okay, my memory's poor because okay, yeah, he just wasn't paying attention, and there we go. We get all those planes. So he's got his defensive fire up on the midway. Obviously, here he is getting just whacked by that Hindenburg. That hit him hard. But we've got our 2 torpedo bombers coming in here, and let's see. Yeah, the defensive fire like ran out right there, and here we go. Perfect shot on a defenseless midway. So goodbye, Kraken unleashed. We're at 264,000. So moving on to what's going on? That gross occur first. He's under 10k. And I just want to get him spotted. I need that. We're so like close to winning, and we're so close to losing at the same time because they have a double cap advantage, and I'm wasting time here shooting this torpedo bomber, and I don't know what I was doing that for because it was pretty pointless. So I figured, hey, that's a bad idea, and I actually start sending my plane to go find that Kerr first. Maybe the Hindenburg can shoot him. I really doubt it because of the distance, but he might have a spotter plane in the range mod, so we'll see. This Kerr first, though, he's super low, like 4k, and I've got a squadron of AP dive bombers coming in, and that's his death if I can get there in time. But unfortunately, yeah, I can even say it in chat, like, oh man, this is going to be close. But I'm just not going to quite get there in time. Timer's just going to run out, and it's a good game overall, but can't win them all. So looking at the game stats here, I completely forgot to take full screenshots of everything. I just have this one, like, Yazo of it that I saved on my computer. And I don't have the other couple screens. But you can see we had a pretty damn good battle. I think I had like 1850 base XP and an aircraft carrier and a loss, so I must have been doing something right. But we couldn't quite clutch it at the end. We were about 10-15 seconds from doing it, but GG to the other team. That was a very well fought match, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a nice day.